Shallows. Welcome back, people. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke. This is my little review today on the show called The Curse. A24 Productions, you already know. Um, I believe this episode was the shortest, had the shortest runtime out of all of them. It was only 39 minutes, so uh, a little bit under even 40 minutes. While the other episodes were, about almost an hour, give or take. Um, as you know, last episode we got to see Wit and her true colors, and um, she showed her ass pretty much, and made it known that this is really her show. She runs the show, and that's how this one starts off pretty much. This episode 6, because Dougie is he's showing her the final results of the first episode, and how the recording looks and all that, and Asher's nowhere to be fucking found. you know um so that right there, if that wasn't given a sign that Asher's just not really not really of importance in whatever he contributes to the show. She can care less. Um, but yeah, they're going over the show, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't like the shit. She thinks it's not genuine. Pretty much, it's not entertaining, interesting. Just dull, plain. As what the fuck, what they've been perceiving as in each episode. It didn't really turn up till last week, I would say, with episode 5. All the other episodes were pretty, like just, eh, they were all right, but they were solid episodes. With it turned up last week, and that was given because of Wit and Asher's you know bickerment, and just their hardship of their relationship starting the show. And that's what Dougie pretty much introduces to her when she goes to ask for advice from him on um you know what should be done differently to make this first episode fucking bang. And he's like, let's give people what the fuck they want. They came, to see the, like, just the craziness, the drama. That's what people like about shows like this. Yeah, the flip was it Philippine trophy, whatever. That shit still fucks me up. Is the real message that they're trying to get across, as far as like ecosystem homes and um all that BS. But to reel them in, it's got to be some shit going down. So what better way to reel them in than to focus on you guys' relationship, hers and Asher's relationship. And that literally, it doesn't. You can tell in her face expression. At first, she was like, that doesn't sit right with me. But then, my bad, as a Dougie talked about it more and more, proceeded to talk about it more and more, then she gets right on board with it, and they form an alliance, and um pretty much Asher's the one left out. Man, poor Asher, bro. Like I pity this boy. He's just along for the ride type of deal. um, but yeah, they now their main priority is to get uh Whitney to make Asher, just look like a fool. Make him like a fool of himself, and just a shitty husband, and how their relationship is spiraling, and it's gonna sell. Obviously, that's what people want. And it was funny. It was a funny moment when she was like, "The show, then I feel like it shouldn't even be, because she's starting to bash on everything. Once she got on board, she started to bash on everything Asher brought, to the table, and she's like, I don't even like the name, it's not, we're not really flipping anything, like, and all that shit. She's like, it should be called Green Queen. Just like, so there's a more showing how she's so full of herself. And it's hilarious, bro. It's wild and hilarious. Then we go, like I said, we go to fucking Asher. They go to a scene with Asher, and it's sad because he's like, he's in this little home improvement store or whatever, looking for things to fix up fucking Abshir and Nyla and them, their home and whatnot. And he sees Bill, the dude he finessed at the casino with the files off his computer. And Bill's ignoring him. He's like, Bill, and Bill's ignoring the shit out of him. I feel like that scene, I feel like it was the only reason he was acting weird like that, because he didn't say nothing until he approached him at the fucking checkout. And I would assume Bill didn't want to hold him in front of someone else like that, and not speak. But he was very short and brief even then, and got the fuck on. And Asher, he peeped it and realized, like, wow, he might figure it out that what I did on his computer, or he just really don't fuck with me. It is what it is, and it lingers even more on Asher once they like on his whole mindset and what his whole thought process when they went to show him there was another little scene with him and Wit, and they were fucking doing a scene with this fireman on set, and she was like flirting with him on set and shit right in front of his face, and she was doing it intentionally, shamelessly, just to try and make Asher jealous and get a reaction out of him. And Asher, he's like kind of getting upset. You can tell in his face he's kind of getting upset. But then it quickly goes away once he makes a trip to the bathroom and discovers a fucking pile of cooked chicken in the sink or on the sink. And he comes out like just in straight interrogation mode on everyone, on Dougie, the fireman, just trying to figure out the culprit. And Dougie's like, no, like, I didn't do that. Like, because Dougie, he told Dougie about the curse. He's the only person he told about the curse, besides his wife. And Dougie, like, I didn't do that, like, what the fuck? And in reality, he did. He probably did for sure. Just to spice up the show and make him look, like I said, like a fool, which is their main goal. Him and Whitney's main goal. But he proceeds to uh check the security footage of the fireman shit after nagging him for so long. And meanwhile, while he's doing all this, Dougie and Whit are once again, conspiring to make it known that their relationship is shit. Their relationship is shit. And all he cares about is this, where the fuck this goddamn chicken then came from, instead of fucking his wife flirting with another man right in front of his face. It was just wild. And then at the end, they show another scene with him and Nyla, and he's fucking trying to test her in a sense, and see, because he's dead on set about this curse being real. You can tell in his face, like he's starting to go a little cuckoo, because how much in belief he is of this shit, and he's testing her, he's playing these games, and then she's like shockingly answering them correctly, and he goes into another guessing game with these screws, and holding them in his hand, asking her, like, what does she think this is, or shit like that. And you can tell she's getting upset with this nigga, like, alright, bro, like, I'm tired of these dumbass guessing games. Like, what the fuck? You here to fit some shit in the house and leave. You're like, come on now. And he starts bleeding out of his hand, palm of his hand, from holding the screws. Because he's like just getting worked up that she didn't answer 3 of his fucking questions correctly without even, a hesitant. And it's just fueling up more and more of this conspiracy of the curse. And at the last scene, he's going to clean up the blood off his hand, and she just says, "I'm sorry." And that like sparks a whole bunch of assumption in Asher's head, and he's like, "Why are you sorry?" Like, she's like, "I don't know." Meaning that she might be sorry that she cursed this nigga. Like, damn, like that shit's fucking just wild. And then the episode ends, man. It's fucking crazy. It was another little awkward scene out of this whole thing, and that was with Absher and the chiropractor that Whitney fucking paid for him to see, and he's like, you can tell he's having a real bad time. He's having a real bad experience, which was supposed to be, relaxing and pain relief, but he's like, the way they demonstrated it, it was very like, abusive, and just not any type of relief, like it was very just violently it was very just violent the way the chiropractor was handling him, and you can tell in his face that his body was not reacting well to any of this. And I don't know why they showed this scene, what for, like what they were trying to aim for with that one, but it was, It was a given one. And then it was a given like that he was not going to enjoy that. Someone who hasn't experienced that type of pain and whatnot, yeah, they're not going to enjoy that shit their first go around, obviously. Um, you know, and there's another funny scene they show with Whitney and her getting charged again on her car for some more stolen jeans, for some more jeans at her place at her store. Like how long is it gonna take before you just realize that Espanola is not a fucking good place, and you need to stop trying to, um, be in denial and aid to their cause, and just chalk it up. Because this woman, she's paying for all these goddamn jeans that's being stolen. It's gonna add up. It's fucking gonna add up. It's wild. It's wild. It just blows my mind, bro. I kind of want to see more of Dougie, the little Dougie and Kara action, bro. That shit, it could escalate to something, especially given with Whitney and how jealous she is of it. You can tell she's jealous as fuck of it. Of the bond that they're building, but it's slowly starting to simmer. Cause Dougie doesn't want to lose a woman in his. He doesn't want to lose the love of his life again. Cause she smokes. Given that she smokes and shit, smokes cigarettes and whatnot, and he just doesn't want to experience that type of pain again. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, man. There you have it, guys. Like and subscribe. Support the motherfucking court. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Like I said, it was very short compared to the other ones, but a lot of shit went down for sure. It's a lot of interesting shit too at that. So, yeah. Toodles.